This video is brought to you by TrakMotive, improving OE quality by design. Visit TrakMotive.com for more information.
One of the weak points of any ATV, UTV, or side-by-side are the axles. As these machines become more and more capable, the power and torque they produce continues to increase. And with the popularity of lift kits with bigger wheels and tires, the amount of stress put on the drivetrain is exaggerated even more. This is why the factory axles are usually one of the first things to wear or break. One of the main symptoms of a worn or broken axle is a clicking or popping noise, especially when turning or under load, or a constant humming or growling while driving. You may also hear a clunk when putting the vehicle into drive and feel a shudder or vibration when accelerating. When a boot is torn or damaged, the joint can lose its lubricating grease and pick up debris that will contaminate the joint and eventually lead to failure. If you notice any of these things, it's time to replace the axle. CV axles are a commonly replaced part, and it's important to choose a quality replacement when the time comes. While all axles may appear to be relatively similar, the way in which they are manufactured and the materials they are constructed of can cause them to be quite different. You always want to make sure to review the features and benefits of each axle you're considering and choose the one that best suits your needs. Remember, the cheapest option is the cheapest for a reason, and the last thing you want is to be stuck in the middle of nowhere with a broken axle and no way back. When it comes to axles, you'll want to choose the highest quality replacement within your budget. This will help ensure proper fitment and long-lasting performance. So how do you know if an axle is high quality? Well, you'll want to review the individual components it's made of. Make sure it features a heat-treated chrome steel center shaft. In most cases, this type of shaft can handle a higher torque load than the OEM axle. The splines of the center shaft and inboard and outboard housings should also be precision rolled for a perfect fit and use high-strength spring steel retaining clips. A Rosetta CV joint is the most common type of joint used and typically allows 45 to 48 degrees of articulation. The axle should feature CV joint housings, cages, and races that are precision machined and induction heat treated. Precision machining creates tight tolerances while induction heat treating hardens the wear surfaces. This allows the joints to work at varying angles and constant rotational speeds without friction or play and ensures maximum durability and performance while operating at the highest articulation angles. Wear in a CV joint typically occurs on the cage, race, and cup, and is commonly caused by a loss of lubrication due to boot failure or debris in the joint. That's why it's important the axle uses a high-performance, high-temperature moly grease. This will provide better metal adhesion and resistance to high shock loads, reducing premature wear on the internal components of the joint, increasing its lifespan. Once heat-treated surfaces are damaged, they usually cannot be restored. Joints should also be packed with the right amount of grease. Grease is often packed by hand at the factory, and if too much grease is used, it may be pushed into or out of the boot, which may lead to failure. Boot failure is one of the most common causes for a worn or broken axle. To help prevent this, the axle should feature high-quality neoprene or TPE thermoplastic elastomer dust boots. The materials used to make the boot are not just plastic or rubber. They are designed to last millions of cycles in a wide range of temperatures. High-quality neoprene rubber dust boots have greater flexibility as well as heat and chemical resistance than original equipment boots, while premium TPE boots are stronger, more rigid, and offer increased resistance to puncture than neoprene. Also, when installing a replacement axle, a new axle nut should always be used. Make sure the replacement axle includes all necessary hardware for a proper installation. Lastly, a quality replacement axle will always come with at least a 1-year warranty. Be sure to review the manufacturer's warranty policy before making your purchase. Identifying a worn or broken axle on your ATV, UTV, or side-by-side and choosing a replacement axle is easy once you know what to look for. Prices and availability for CV axles can vary dramatically from one manufacturer to the next, but aftermarket axles offer an economical replacement while providing a superior product at a fraction of the cost of OEM. Get back out on the trail quickly with a high-quality replacement axle.